Our session is going to begin with the Lilith. Lilith, you find yourself, as you usually do now with your newfound life amongst the Camarilla territories, a place that you're not super familiar with, as you've only been able to freely roam in the area decidedly for the Sabbat and the areas decidedly for the Anarchs. As you are traveling through, you come to the Presidio, just north of Golden Gate Park. There, you catch a familiar scent, gangrel. You smelled this not too long before, and you can feel that they're getting closer to you.
So she's basically going to stay in the shadows and let them make the first move.
All right. How about just dexterity subterfuge?
Uh, 4 successes.
Nice. Okay. You are managing to hide in the shadows pretty good. When you see the silhouette of a woman coming near the tree that you're at, sniffing the air. She sighs and just goes, I know you have the drop on me, Lilith. And you recognize that voice as Scarlet.
Lilith is going to step out of the shadows. Oh, Scarlet, what brings you to this area at this time?
Well, first I wanted to see if I could pounce on you like I used to. It seems I'm getting rusty. Time spent in the Camarilla, after all.
We can always temper that in many ways.
I agree.
Be the predators that we should be.
I agree. However, there's something that I was made aware of recently. You said at one of the meetings with Babs, of all the people that can be trusted in the Camarilla, you felt it okay to vouch for James Castle.
I vouch for James Castle because James Castle had the opportunity to turn me over to the sheriff of the Camarilla, and instead kept the knowledge that I am not who I seem to be within the Camarilla to himself. So on that, I trust him. He can be a little much at times,
Toreadors are.
but I think we can trust Baby Fang. And he has a particular, how should I say it, lack of interest of seeing high places again, especially with the prince.
Might be able to get him to understand that this leadership is not needed or important. I heard also that the prince trusts him.
Yes, the prince absolutely trusts him.
A good ally, then.
I would agree. I would agree. Especially if someone can get close to the prince.
Agreed. I say we meet with him. Why not tonight?
And here I thought we could do a little predator-prey play, but absolutely, I think we should meet up with him.
Good.
Predator and prey play will have to just wait.
Very well. I don't know where he is. I assume that you do.
I might have a couple of ideas.
I know he works late at that movie studio. I just don't know where it is. Still getting used to Camarilla territory.
Yeah, I'm the same. But the sad thing about this is it's so boring. Come
I
on.
agree.
My motorcycle is over this way.
I'll go with you then.
All right. And Lilith leads her towards where her motorcycle's at.
All right. She will get on the back and let's have you do one of those good old dexterity drive rolls, you know, the classics. Ooh, sexy. Lilith, I do believe that is 3 successes and also a messy critical. Very good. I love that. Beautiful. Okay. So, Lilith, you're going to drive over to Cass's place effortlessly. It's a simple drive. It's not too hard. As easy as driving can be in San Francisco, at least. And You arrive outside of the gates of the studio. However, you can feel your beast being incessant. You're hungry. You feel it. And as you arrive at the gate, and Scarlet gets off your motorcycle, there are 2 security guards at the front of the gate who look very intrigued as to what you are doing here. It seems to get in, you'll have to get past them. Scarlet looks over to you, Lilith, and says, "Looks delicious."
Yes, I do. I do like a little meaty meal. Unfortunately, I think James might be a bit touchy if something were to happen to one of his guards.
Are you going to refuse your beast in partaking?
I am going to refuse the beast in partaking this time because I feel like trying to convince James Castle that what we have to say would probably not go as well if we just go ahead and eat one of his guards.
All right, then add a hunger.
Yep.
All right. So the both of you approach. One of the guards goes up and just goes, "Do you ladies have passes?"
Actually, we're here on business for James Castle.
James Castle's an incredibly busy man. I'm afraid I'm going to have to request to see those passes.
I don't think you want to do that because, quite frankly, either way, James Castle will know we're here.
The hell is that supposed to mean?
Because I am a good friend of James Castle, and we have official business. And when I say official business, he will understand what I'm talking about. And should he find out that you did not at least contact him to let him know that I was here along with another member of a certain talent organization, shall we say, the worst things, or getting fired is not the worst thing that can happen.
Wait right there. He goes inside the security booth and he goes to give a call. And as he's on his way, Scarlet looks and goes, "Hey, little man." He turns and looks over at her and is immediately filled with fear. And then he goes and does in fact use the phone and calls Cass. James Castle, you are at your office and your phone is ringing. You can tell from the line that it is from security.
Hello, James Castle.
Uh, Mr. Castle, there is 2 women out here who want to see you. Both beautiful, but one is very scary, and they want to see you. Can I let them in?
Yeah, that's sounds like a typical Friday. What were their names?
1 second. He peeks his head out and says to Lilith, what were the names that I was supposed to give him?
Lilith just looks at him, allows her facial features to become very bestial, and she just growls at him. Just tell Baby Fang we're waiting.
They didn't give a name. They just said, we're waiting, Baby Fang.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for the call. Go ahead and let them in.
Yes, sir. He hangs up the phone immediately and goes, oh, yeah, you can go in. You can go in.
Lilith walks by as Lilith's walking through. She just reaches out and she just takes one of her fingers, runs it under his chin, and then just kind of like, not enough to draw blood, but just enough for him to feel her claw. And she goes, smart move.
Scarlet bites at him. Scarlet like bites at him and just goes, very smart.
And they're going to go towards James Castle's office.
Indeed. So, Cass, you can now see coming up the little walkway up into your place of business that there is of course Lilith, who you immediately recognize, and a similarly dressed, similarly dark-haired woman walking along with her. You think that you've seen her before, but you're not sure where. Definitely Kindred, though.
Okay. I will come down. It's at night, so probably nobody's here. I'll come downstairs to come greet them.
All right. They are at the front door, so you need only open it.
Something about welcoming vampires into your home. James, I'll go ahead and open up the door. To what do I owe the pleasure tonight?
Always good to see you, Baby Fang. I've missed your smiling. How have you been?
I'd be better if you didn't show up unannounced, but now that you're here, why don't you come on inside?
Perfect. Scarlet, after you.
Scarlet walks in, observing, just looking around. Has looked you up and down as well, Cass. Just from that look, just sizing you up, you know it's a gangrel.
It's always gangrel. It's always gangrel, Cass says. I don't think I've been introduced, Lilith. Who's your friend here?
Scarlet, Baby Fang, Scarlet. All right, we all acquainted? Good. Let's go to your office and talk.
Yeah, let's let's walk and talk. Sure, right this way.
Also, I heard that you serve tasty beverages.
Yeah, you want some cucumber water? I don't think Ashley's here right now. Ashley? No,
That is not what I'm
Ashley.
talking.
I think Ashley went home.
I mean, if you don't have anything other than cucumber water, then I mean, there's 2 big tall drinks out front.
I would advise against that, but separately, yeah, come to my office. We'll get some drinks.
And Lilith's gonna follow.
All right. Scarlet follows as well. Once you are in the office, why don't you describe your office, Cass? I'm curious what it would look like and if it would be repulsive to Scarlet or not.
Yeah, it's a very modern office. It's pretty open. It has 3 walls that are essentially just glass, which opens up to overlooking the entrance to the building, and then a couple other walls that overlook onto the other offices in the area. It's kind of a long walk up to the desk, which is a very wide desk with a couple of chairs in front of it, and there are a couple of sculptures, couple of marble sculptures that are placed on either side behind the desk, just as just a bit of decor. But yeah, it's a large open office with the desk right to the back of it.
Yeah, she looks unplussed by this.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of shakes her head. And she says, I remember you from the Gangrel hunt, come to represent your clan.
Oh, and you were me trying to remember. Do I remember her?
Probably saw her there, but that's about it.
Yeah, I feel like I saw you there. Apologies. I have hold on. Let me grab a couple of so behind the desk I have kind of a table. It's kind of an inlaid bar. So I press a button and it kind of pops up, and I've got a couple of glasses, a decanter filled with some blood, and I go ahead and pour three wine glasses, and set 2 in front of my guests, and then pour 1 for myself. Yeah, it's been a while. Surprised to see you here unannounced. And there's a little annoyance in his voice, but questioning.
I have a couple questions to ask you.
Sure. Take a shot. And Cass will sit down in his chair and sip from his wine glass.
I'm here because Lilith says that you are trustworthy.
Guess it depends on who you ask.
Would the prince say that about you as well?
Well, I can't claim to know what the prince would think, but he might.
Have you ever let the prince down before?
I was almost thrown off of a roof one time, so probably, but Does he trust me with things? Yeah, maybe. Maybe he does.
How did it feel when the prince threatened to throw you off the roof?
Well, I can't say I'd enjoy dying again, I guess. Uh we all meet our end one way or another, don't we?
What do you want from the Camarilla?
That is a great question. Who are you again?
Scarlet.
Scarlet. That's a name. But who are you?
Camarilla like yourself.
We're all 3 happy Camarilla members.
Okay. I mean, come on now.
There's a reason why I said that you could be trustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
And despite the shit that I give you, I do consider you trustworthy.
Well, I do appreciate that. Genuinely, I especially from you, I do appreciate that.
You should, because I don't trust people that often.
I said I do appreciate it, but trust has its limits, and you are here asking whether or not the prince trusts me, which leads me to think that you want something from me, which is going to cause me a lot more shit than I already have to deal with right now.
On the contrary, I want to know if you want to help yourself.
Want to help myself. Well, I guess that depends. What does helping myself mean?
Answer the
Who am
first
I?
question. What do you want the Camarilla to do for you?
Currently, the Camarilla provides me protection, provides me an opportunity. I mean, this office, the studio, my dream of making movies. That's
A boot to lick.
sure, but what's one boot for another? I don't really care. At the end of the day, they provide me a few things, but if I'm going to change the boot that I'm licking, I guess what more do I get out of it is the real question.
What do you wish the Camarilla did not do?
I don't know. That's an open-ended question. It's an open-ended question, and not necessarily one.
Just to go back to a previous point, Lilith said it in jest, but I am curious. In your opinion, in what you want, is it a boot to lick?
No, of course it isn't. But at the same time, I don't think that's the Anarchs, if that's what you're proposing.
I'm not.
Well, then now you have my attention. Because everything that I've seen from the Anarchs is it's just another boot to lick with a couple more buckles and spikes on it.
On the contrary, what I want is the Camarilla. I I just want to know if we're on the same page. And I think we are. I would like to take you somewhere, James Castle. I would
Better
like
not
to...
be another rooftop.
No. A conversation with other interested people.
Well, James takes his drink and finishes it off, the glass that he had. And he says, well, why not? Where are we going tonight?
We'll do a basically drink hers like a shot and then just go, just remember, if the prince can make me crawl and bark like a dog in his court, he can do it to you too.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But at the end of the day, somebody's usually holding the leash. Interested to see if this is any different.
Well, I would be interested to hear you bark. Speak, boy.
That's a matter for another time.
Kinky. I like it.
Both of you can flirt later. I want to take
For
this
now,
man
too.
to a meeting.
We can do both. Don't have to be so one track.
Then let's do it on the way.
Sure.
You're driving.
Who's driving? I'm driving.
Who's you?
No. Cass is driving.
Yes. Did you drive here or did you walk? Did you walk here? I mean, it's fine. I'll drive. It's all fine.
Good.
My car's downstairs. We'll just head out this way.
There is a knock on your door to the office.
Yeah, come in. It's my door is like glass, so I can see out there.
You can see that it's a thin blood.
Oh. Yeah, come in.
One of the thin bloods comes in. He looks at all the other kindred in the room, looks at Scarlet and becomes frightened, and then looks back to you, James, goes, we getting another shipment tonight. Just wondering if you wanted us to get as much done tonight or if you want us to wait for tomorrow.
Is it coming soon? What time is it coming at?
Should be here in the AM.
What time did you get here?
I got here at 9.
What is that? I mean, what is that? Sorry, out of game? What time is it now?
It's like probably 10.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Hey, if it doesn't put you over, sure. If it does, just leave it to the morning, guys. I don't care. That's fine. But I got a question for you. You know her?
I've just seen Kindred look at me that way before.
Like what?
If you look at Scarlet, she is scowling, almost offended that this man is here.
Okay. Got it. Okay. That'll be all. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, boss.
No problem. I'll wait until he leaves and then grab my keys and we can start heading out.
As you're heading out, Scarlet just says, "What are the Duskborn doing here?"
Were you talking about my employee? He works for me.
Why?
Why? Because he needed a job and now he has one. Do you have a problem with that?
Not yet.
Are you going to have a problem with that? Because that's going to change the whole course of tonight.
I don't have to have a problem with it. As long as I don't have to see them.
Guess that depends how much you show up. Guess you have part of the answer to your first question then, huh?
Lilith, did you know there were Duskborn here?
No. It's the first one I think I've seen. It's one of the shortcomings of the Camarilla. They don't know good expendable soldiers when they see them.
Whatever.
Yeah, my people aren't soldiers. They're here working. And that's what they do.
I appreciate that you stand by your ethics. I think that's a virtue, not a weakness. I just disagree with this one.
Well, I guess that's in line with the current administration, I would say.
How long have you been Kindred?
Great question. Not long. Year, 2 years, whatever it's been. Couple of years, I guess.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
It does. It's easy to forget where you came from. Well, I'm parked over here. You ready?
I am ready. There is a club in Anarch territory. Don't worry. Like I said, I'm not siding with the Anarchs. It just so happens that one of our allies is one.
Fair enough. To be honest, I don't care what side you side with. Say just who you are.
Good. I give you directions on how to get there. Real quick. I would like you to make hero. Also, Sin. Would like you to do intelligence and awareness.
Okay. Do we s-
I got 3 crits.
Perfect.
nice. Do we start with hunger?
Yeah. You
Okay.
start with 1 hunger.
3 crits. Oh my god. Okay. Three successes and then a bestial success.
Cool. So, she pulls out a phone from her pocket and she talks on the phone to someone. She just says, "Yeah, we're going right now. James Castle, Lilith, myself. Yeah." And then, both of you hear something come through the line that you have a feeling was not meant to be heard, which was just, "Make sure that I can hear the entire meeting." She goes, "You got it." And then she puts her phone away, but both of you also notice that there is an app lit up on her phone. She didn't turn it off or anything, putting it into her pocket. She hung up and it went to an app. Both of you notice that it is meant to track, GPS-like.
All right. So, sorry. Lilith, what were you saying?
Lilith's gonna look and kind of like just. Lilith's just gonna basically pretend like she doesn't know that that app is on. She's just gonna pretend and just see what happens.
Cass is gonna drive, but make conversation.
All right. Let's have you do dexterity drive. It's a popular roll today.
Let's see. One success.
Cool. Well, as you're driving, you manage to get into the traffic of San Francisco. It's gonna be one of those kind of drives out of the city.
Oh, like we're stuck in traffic. Who are you talking to earlier, Scarlett?
Another person who is involved in the organization that I told you about.
Organization. What was the organization exactly?
We'll get to that when we talk at the meeting.
In a long time, probably. We're not even over the bridge yet. It's gonna be a little while. I need to just sit in silence.
The night is young.
It is. And it'd be a lot more interesting.
We will come back to this conversation in just a moment. let's go over to the chantry, where there is a knock on the door of Henry's room.
Oh boy.
Always.
Yeah. All right. Well, Henry will get up from his studies, push the chair in.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna really wow whoever this is. But Henry will take a peek through the peephole.
As you get closer, you can hear a conversation happening. It is between Babs and the Regent.
Oh,
The Regent is saying, you cannot just enter into this place and start talking to an apprentice at your own will. And it's like, it's not going to be a long conversation. I just want to remind them of something, that's all. It's like a phone call would work. You and I both know that you don't allow phones in the chantry. And it could be a long time. I might forget. Have you ever tried having a Malkavian remember things?
I mean, this could be the moment that we get phones in the chantry. This could be okay. Fine. Henry will keep listening in.
Takes a while to open the door, doesn't he? Well, probably hard at work at his studies, as a good apprentice should be. It's like, well, that's the problem, isn't it?
All right,
Tremere Regent. You have them all working so hard. I'm sure that Henry is very grateful at all the opportunities that he's had to leave the chantry and come and participate in our own, shall we say, rituals.
All right, throwing the door open. I feel like that if he had opened it too early right there, it would seem like he was listening in. So obviously.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now it's time to open the door.
The Regent looks over Bab's shoulders, and Bab goes, "Ah, Henry Draw. At our last meeting, I totally forgot to confide something in you."
Oh, well, do you want me to step out, or would you like to
No.
come in here?
I'll come in. And then she looks over her shoulders. The Regent looks frustrated and then turns around and walks down the hall.
Bummer. All right. Well, I'll close the door. Maybe even pull a seat out for Babs if she hasn't already seated herself.
All right. So, yes, she sees you pull out the seat, and then she sits down in the chair. It's like, how is your night going?
Can't complain. And I'm sure it's about to get more interesting.
Her voice abruptly changes as she talks to you. Henry, you don't know the half of it. And you see Babs transform in front of you into a Nosferatu.
Ooh. Who are you?
My name is Daedalus. I am the primogen of the Nosferatu. I was sent here by the prince. I wanted to ask you a few questions about the meetings that you've been having with Babs.
All right, well, I don't see why we needed to be duplicitous about this, but by all means, ask away.
Hmm. General question. What is it that you do over in these meetings?
We review various, arcane subject matter, scholastic things. I do run some errands from time to time. I won't bore you with the details, but I think I don't know how many times you've passed through the chantry, but you know how things are for us apprentices.
Let's have you roll charisma and subterfuge.
Oh. All right. Is blood included in this or
Oh, yes.
okay, so okie doke. Oh no. Well, I had 3 successes, but I rolled 2 1s, so pretty cool.
He goes, interesting. At one of your meetings, did you meet a gangrel named Scarlet?
Oh, Scarlet. I, you know, there's a lot of gangrel. I don't know if I caught a name. They, again, you know how things are, Daedalus. I get pushed around by seemingly every gangrel I run into, so I don't think I got a name. What did she look like?
You know Lilith?
Unfortunately, yes.
Think a Lilith, but angrier.
Ugh. I I think I'd remember if I met an angrier Lilith. Do I need to keep my eyes peeled?
Just out of curiosity. Wanted to know if she was at one of these meetings.
Mm. Well, you'll be the first to know if I do see her.
Well, is there anything that you think that you could do for your prince?
I mean, whatever he asks.
The Nosferatu pulls out from a bag that was around his shoulder a laptop.
Henry will contain his excitement as best he can.
He pulls out this laptop and opens it on your desk. It shows a car on the Bay Bridge caught in traffic on GPS. And he goes, right now, in that vehicle, we have Scarlet and probably Lilith, and also James Castle. Why do you think the three of them would be together?
I mean, God, I don't know. Lilith's always around when there's some errand to be run. Maybe they needed a ride somewhere?
Perhaps so. They're heading into Anarch territory right now. I'm curious what they're doing. What do you think they're doing?
In every interaction with Lilith, I have not been able to predict what on earth she will rope anyone around her into. but I feel like I know where this is going. Am I gonna have to go into Anarch territory?
Ah, I'm so thankful that you volunteered your own time and energy
Oh!
to do this.
Wait, what about how are we getting this image? Maybe, is it like maybe we can just remotely, like,
It will be
follow them?
remote. I'll be
Okay.
watching you.
Wait, are you gonna be in here?
That is correct.
Okay.
I have something
All right.
for you. He pulls out a device that looks like a phone, only it looks like it was built by someone who definitely was not in any interest of making the phone look good. It simply functions as one. And he tells you, put it in your pockets.
What is it?
A listening device.
All right. Do I need to turn it on at any point?
It's already on. Don't
Oh.
worry.
Okay.
Just so you know. And, he pulls out, seemingly from, amongst your, books that you have around, an interesting book. One that, was retrieved from, the library recently. But the other one. The other copy. A duplicate copy of the one that you retrieved for Babs.
Okay. Was it the alchemy one?
Yes.
Okay. He's just reaching for it?
Yep.
Oh, he said he's the Primogen, right?
Yep.
Oh, he's got rank on me. All right. Henry will just grit his teeth and watch him reach for a book.
He grabs the book and he opens it over on your desk. And he points to the library that it came from. He says, Interesting little addition. I believe this is the second edition. This particular book has been sought after by lots of people who collect. Not me. I've never been much into books. However, I did a little bit of research because I wondered, what would a Tremere and a Gangrel Anarch and a Ghoul want this book so badly for the other night?
Like I said, we're running errands. You know how it is.
Right. Running errands. That's why I'm so appreciative that if you can rationalize running errands with, of course, Babs, who I understand has offered you a substantial amount of information, I'm sure you would offer your prince the same amount of information.
Of course.
Of course. I want to know where James Castle and Lilith and Scarlet are going. I want to know what's happening at this meeting. I want to know what's going on, and I want to hear it. I suggest you leave now. They're not going anywhere on the bridge.
All right. Wait. Do you know where they're headed?
I do not, but I'll be able to see where they go.
Okay.
And I'll be able to see where you go as well.
Oh, okay. If you see them, like, take any sudden turns, are you able to... And Henry will hold up the listening device to him, or like to himself. Can you tell me through this?
You'll be able to look on there too and see where they're going.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. All right. I'll get going. Blood bags
Just
in the
one
fridge.
last thing.
Oh, okay.
Consider that thing in your pocket more valuable than you. If anything happens to it, anything, if it comes back to me with a fucking scratch on the surface, I will send you to second death like that. Don't
All
fucking
right.
lose it either.
Okay. I will, it shall not leave my side. I should be going.
You should. Have
I'm
a
gonna
good
go.
night.
You too. All right, Henry's gonna speed walk out of there.
All right. And for you, Henry, how do you want to travel?
I just bum rides off of people. So they're on the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And I am where?
You are at the California Academy of Sciences in the Sunset District.
Oh man, I need to break open Google Maps. I'm sorry, I don't know.
It's okay. It's technically the street will lead you directly to the bridge if you just take a road there. It's not like complicated turns or anything need to happen.
Okay. So theoretically, if I got a ride, I could also get on. Are they heading towards me or away?
Away.
Ah, shit. Oh. I don't think I have a car.
I don't think so either.
I think I'm gonna be the worst Uber ride ever. Ah, shit. I'll get an Uber. Wait. I don't have a good phone. God damn it. I'll just take a taxi to the other side of the bridge, and then I'll see where they're heading from there, and I'll get another taxi.
Sounds like a plan. As you leave the chantry, the moment you step outside, you start hearing voices on what you have with you. On the device, you can see that it is picking up sound. The only options for you to be able to interact with it are to mute the audio or to let it play.
I guess I'll let it play for now.
You hear the voice of Lilith and Cass and Scarlet as they are in traffic.
Come on, they're gonna say like a location, right? Come on.
Cass, you were saying to Scarlet?
So, who were you talking to exactly?
Just another person in our little club, you could say.
What exactly is that little club that you're talking about?
People who are interested in reform for the Camarilla.
And you're one of those people.
That I am.
And you don't want to tell me who was on the other line? Because
even though Lilith trusts you, I don't know if I do yet. Understand that at any point in time, you could just go to the prince and say, well, Scarlet is involved in some sort of thing that's against you, Your Highness. I will take the fall for that. I won't be happy about it, but it's better that only I am lost and not all us.
Right. I mean, trust is a two-way Bay Bridge, right? How do I know you're not on the other end of things saying, you get I guess you have to understand my apprehension with this whole meeting, and I don't know who I'm meeting with. I don't know who you're talking to. Quite frankly, I don't fucking know you. I know Lilith. Lilith's pretty great, but everything else, I have no idea. All I know is it was a boring night, and you came along, and it seemed pretty fucking interesting. So I'm going along with it, but I would appreciate some answers.
Lilith, do you vouch for me?
Lilith looks her in the eye and goes, "You are Sabat. I trust those who are Sabat."
She says then to Cass, I, like Lilith, left the Sabat, and we now find ourselves in the Camarilla. You have always been Camarilla. Your word against mine? Not even a chance to the prince. As far as the Anarchs go, if it makes you feel better, one of the people who will be there is an Anarch that you trust.
That's surprising.
Lilith will look at Scarlet, and she'll make sure Scarlet sees that and then she just smiles and turns around, puts her feet up on the dash, and pulls a cigarette out and lights it.
Yeah, Cass rolls down the fucking windows. Like, just fucking blow it out the fucking window. It's not a smoking car, but you know, by all means.
Remember what happened the last time I got all anxious puppy in your car?
I don't know. Probably some destruction of my fucking property.
Yep. Do you really want me to be anxious right now?
Do you really want to ride to wherever the fuck we're going?
Gee, this is what I missed.
Yeah, I missed you too. Just blow it out the window.
So Lilith blows a cloud of smoke right past Cass and out the window.
We're going to the nightclub near the Todos Santos Plaza in Concord. 'Cause 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 got that?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. On my way. Getting like-minded individuals.
We will now go over to Zeta, who is in this nightclub, completely oblivious to what is going on in the night. Zeta, you are probably doing your thing, hunting amidst the people that are here. And as you are, you see a familiar Kindred come through the door, commanding authority as always. Sheriff Tenorio.
Oh my god. As soon as I see him, I will go up to him.
All right.
I'm gonna start the conversation with, it's been so long since I saw you.
Tenorio smiles and says, "It has been a long time since I've seen you as well. I wanted to ask you some questions. Is it okay if we go outside for a second?"
Of course, yeah.
So, Tenorio takes you outside and just says, "I know that you've been having meetings over across with the Camarilla. Mandy has been telling me about the things with Babs. I wanted to ask your opinion directly. What do you think about everything that's going on?"
It's definitely something. Like, I'm kind of happy that this bird is doing moves against the Camarilla and trying to involve us with it and getting allies with us. But I don't actually know. Like,
Are you comfortable being this involved?
like, perhaps it's scary, but he owes me a boon, so
Babs
I think
owes you a
I'm-
boon?
yes, she does.
Sam would be impressed by that.
It's nice.
Are you comfortable, though?
Kinda. Like, it's good that I get to see Lilith so often, and that Henry guy. That he's also nice, but the other people at the meetings, I don't know about.
We want you to continue the work. Mandy trusts you. Sam seems to trust you. I suppose I trust you a little as well.
Oh, that's a big compliment.
Well, I tend to trust newer kindred a lot more than older ones.
Why is that?
Zeta, I have been around since before America was called America. I've been in places before anyone thought to call the golden age of piracy what it inevitably was. I remember hearing about Tortuga sinking into the sea, Port Royal. I remember so many things from the time from before. And one thing that has taught me is that the older kindred are, the less they can be trusted. The younger they are, the more they have respect for humans, the more they are in touch with their humanity, the more they know ethics and the sound of the beast instead of the sound of their own conscience. In some ways, I trust you more than I trust Mandy. Just because I've known Mandy longer. Just because Mandy understands how to communicate with her beast. Doesn't mean I think that Mandy has her beast under control. You still hear that beast in your head as an invading force, some outside entity. A lot of kindred have forgotten what that feels like. That's why I trust you. So, I just want you to tell me, are you comfortable doing this? You don't have to be involved if you don't want to be.
So far, I am still comfortable doing it.
Very well. Babs reached out to us. She said that there is going to be a meeting that takes place tonight at this club. They want you to clear out a meeting room for it to take place in. Can you do that?
Of course I can do that.
Good.
Do we know how many are attending? And who?
Lilith will be there. The rest I do not know.
Okay. I think I can convince the owners to let me have the storage room for a bit.
Good. If you need me, call me. I'll be across the street. And with that, Tenorio walks to the other side of the street.
I will go back inside and talk to the barkeeper and let him know that I would need the storage room for a bit with some guests
Alright.
that are arriving later.
He just says, "Are you gonna pay for that? Renting out the room's a bit of money."
Mandy will pay for it.
Alright. Mandy's good for it. That's fair. You know, I swear that Mandy looks... You know, I've been running this bar for 20 years. She doesn't look like she's aged a day. I wonder what she's doing to her skin.
It's called sunscreen. Maybe you should try it too.
I don't get out to the beach too often. Bah. Yeah, you can have the room. We'll get some people to prepare it for you. How many people you expecting?
I don't know, a couple.
You need a whole room for that?
It's a sensitive topic. But
You want some
don't
privacy?
want anybody listening in. Yes.
Listen. I can take privacy for so far, but ain't nothing messy gonna happen, right?
I hope not.
Zed, I'ma have you roll, either, well, however you want to do this. You can do charisma persuasion if you like. You could also do intimidation if you want to go that way, but up to you.
Intimidation gives me better odds.
That's true.
One success.
Wow.
I'm gonna burn a willpower
Okay.
to reroll after 3.
Okay.
No, it's 3.
All right. He just goes, "All right, I'll stay out of it. I don't want any trouble. That's all, okay? I just don't want any trouble, all right?"
I'm gonna keep it out of your hair.
Okay. God, I wish you and Mandy weren't so scary.
Well, thank you for letting me borrow the room.
Yeah. So, we're now going to go to the car arriving. James Castle, Lilith, Scarlet. Things sound like they're bumping in the club. That's pretty exciting.
Well, be sure to give me 5 stars on Uber. Thank you. Hopefully you've enjoyed your ride.
You drove magnificently, having to
Thank
deal with
you.
the traffic that you had to deal with at the very least.
And I'm a rock star. Yeah, rate me 5 stars though. I need to go to keep that rating up. Okay. So we just head on in then.
Should be.
Sure. And we're meeting
Zeta.
I see why you didn't mention her name before.
They are growing on me.
To be fair, they're growing on me too. Growing on me too. More I meet them. Okay, well, fun. All right, yeah, child lock should be off, so get out. Yeah, and then
She opens the door and closes it behind her. And seems restless after the ride. And quickly punches into a wall, leaving a small dent with her fist.
Okay.
You, okay
That's
there?
I just hope that there's refreshments.
I gave them refreshments though also.
Oh, yeah.
Earlier. Yeah, okay, cool. Just
Lilith looks at Scarlet and goes, you know, we can refresh each other. And she takes a claw to her wrist to indicate that she would be more than willing to open up her wrist for Scarlet if Scarlet would be willing to do the same.
I appreciate it. I can already smell the mortals in there.
hey, can you flirt later? Like, I don't know why we need to do this now. We have things to do, okay?
Yeah. Just. Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just trying to help Scarlet not seem so on edge.
I don't know why Scarlett's on edge, because she's the one that brought us here. So if anybody should be on edge, I feel like it would be fucking me at this point. So Scarlett, if you're concerned, I guess that makes me a little bit concerned about this whole visit.
Fucking Toreadors.
Well, if
I
you want to, we can talk about that later.
Listen
Yeah,
to me.
go ahead.
Do you know what it's like to have a beast inside your head?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I'm fucking hungry.
Right.
You understand
We all
that,
are.
right?
Of course.
Okay. A little fucking empathy from the clan that's supposed to have the most fucking empathy would be nice.
If you'd open up a little bit more, maybe I'd have some more empathy. Yeah, understood. Got it. I thought you had gotten your fill back at the office. That's why I offered you some, but I know it's been a long drive.
Lilith's gonna just reach out and just lightly put her hand on James's forearm. Why don't we just go inside? After you, Scarlet.
Yeah, sounds good.
Fine.
And Lilith's gonna wait till Scarlet walks in, and then she's gonna give Cass a look of she's uncomfortable.
What? With this? Me? What? I don't... What?
She just glances at Scarlet's back and then just follows Scarlet.
Scarlet just goes up and Bouncer goes to say something. Hello, are you, and she just says, here for, Zeta's private room meeting. Oh, okay. The three of you? Yeah, that's us. It's alright. You can go in. First room to the right.
Just want to whisper to Lilith as quietly as I can. So, do you actually trust her, or?
Lilith gives a very uncomfortable look and then kind of pantomimes her pocket where Scarlet had put her phone in.
Yeah.
And then walks into the club.
Okay. Cass follows behind.
All right. I am going to, as you go in, feeling the moving body of humans and the perspiration, the raised spirits. Have everyone do that good old willpower roll. Just roll as many dice as you have. Willpower. Don't add blood.
Three successes, one's a crit success.
Okay.
Four successes.
All right. Both of you feel the tug of your beast. Ignorable, largely. But you feel it. A very faint little pull on your head, begging you to look in the crowd, to look at anything that bleeds. It's hardly there, but it's not invisible. No hunger is added for now, but you feel it. Scarlet goes and opens the door over to the right. Zeta, I assume you are in the meeting room, so the door just swings open, and you see Scarlet there, from the gang girl from the meeting from the night before.
Well, I did not expect you.
I expected you. Is there any food? Or should I go hunt?
There's an entire dance floor outside.
Great. I'll be right
Be
back.
sure to come back to us, yeah, as quick as you can.
Yeah.
Zeta,
Yeah.
it's been a while. The last time
It's been-
was another club. We seem to keep meeting like this.
I have a out of character question. So, does Scarlet leave the room to go hunt?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Back in character.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as Scarlet leaves the room, Lilith looks at James and goes, "She has a tracking device."
Yeah, I noticed that. Curious who she's tracking for, or what
Curious
she's...
who's listening on the other side.
Who and why are the main questions. Zeta, do you have any answers?
Well, no, I don't know who Scarlet has contact with. I just know that Tenorio's on standby across the street if I need help.
Oh, it's that sheriff guy from the hunt. Yeah.
Daddy's across the street. Tell Daddy I said hi. I miss him.
I'll pull out my phone and text Tenorio Little says hi.
Be sure to say Lilith says hi, Daddy.
So what is father doing across the street?
I'll turn to Lilith and ask, how much does he know?
Very little at this point, which is kind of, we need to bring him up to speed, but I'm hesitant since I don't know what Scarlet to. On the way here,
Okay.
she made a call. She said that it was others in the organization. However, I was able to notice that, well, she has an app that's open on her phone. She might have been former Sabat, but that's got me a little on edge.
Henry, as you are getting closer, your connection, you saw that they arrived, but suddenly the connection is to that GPS is gone. Completely lost.
Damn. So I know that they're meeting Zeta, right?
Yeah.
Did I catch that bit? Okay, cool. Am I in like a taxi or something? I know I typed it earlier. Am I
Yes.
like on around? Okay, cool.
You have
cool.
about
I'm-
like $180 taxi fare coming up.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. I
That's
love
about right.
that. Yeah, that's my allowance. Gonna be digging under the couch cushions in the chantry for a while. Cool. Well, I guess I just sit here now.
All right. You will be there soon. So, as you are there talking, Lilith, Zeta, Cass, Scarlet comes in. She wipes blood from her lips. Goes, oh, I feel better. And she
Happy for
reaches into her pocket, pulls out her phone, and you can see that the tracking device or the tracking app is there. She puts it on the table for all of you to see. And she then takes out her claws and impales the phone with it, and then rips the rest of it in half.
It's a little late for that now, don't you think?
She says, I owed a boon to the primogen of the Nosferatu. I told him that I would let him know the next meeting place. He doesn't know who's involved. He doesn't know who we are, what we are doing, or why we are meeting. But he knows something is up. But he wants to know more. So, if this was going to be a place where we were going to have meetings in the future, let's write this place off the list right now, Zeta. We can't trust this place anymore. If any other kindred come through that door and they say that they were late to the meeting, they're working for that Nosferatu fuck.
Also, Lilith pulls out her own cell phone, throws it on the table, and destroys it, and says, I think we should have everyone empty their pockets right here and now.
That's great. It's not going to happen, though. Appreciate that, though.
Or you can explain to the sheriff across the street why you are willing to risk one of his anarchs.
I don't give a fuck, quite honestly. He can come here and chat about that himself if he wants to and not sit across the street. If he's not comfortable being in this meeting, I'm a little surprised. But yeah, if he wants to come in and chat, that sounds great. But no, I'm not erasing my phone because to me, it's a little bit more suspicious than me meeting up with this ragtag bunch of individuals, which I often seem to do. But me destroying my phone out of nowhere seems fucking suspicious. So I won't be doing that. And yeah, I mean, figure it out from there if you want. But
Fucking
I'm
put
here
it in the car then. Put it in the car then.
No, I'm good. But we can still talk. I'm not I'm not interested in selling anybody out. I think you should know that more than anybody in this group. So I'm not interested in selling anybody out. I just want to hear what whoever called this fucking meeting has to say.
The reason I say this is Scarlet just said if somebody comes to the door. We should be suspicious.
Right.
Am I understanding that correct, Scarlet?
Yes.
So not me. Happy to turn my phone off if that's a concern. But I'll turn it off. And I will turn my phone off. But yeah. No, I was busy. I was busy tonight before you showed up, so and you've been with me since then. So you know, obviously I'm no part in anything else that happens here. So other than a very interested party in whatever you pointing to the other three individuals might have to say.
Lilith leans back and goes, okay, I trust him.
Scarlet sees your trust, Lilith, and nods and goes, Zeta, do you trust this Toreador?
Like, yeah, like, you Camarilla that I trust, and he is one of them.
Camarilla, I know. Do you think Cass has more to gain without the Camarilla than with?
That is a good question. I'd love to know the answer to that too.
Like, out of character, did I hear anything of him and his sire?
I'll have you roll for it, actually.
Okay.
I'll have you do resolve and awareness.
Yeah. It's 6 successes.
Okay. You saw Cass with his sire. You saw Cass's sire. You saw how emotional Cass was around her. You saw that Mandy trusted her. You saw how they embraced during the festivities for Henry Draw. At the very least, Mandy seems to trust his sire, and Cass seems to do, or willing to do, anything for his sire.
He seems to just try to go after his sire, and I don't think that he will have much of a future in the Camarilla if he continues that.
Cass, do you know why your sire can't come back?
Well, I'm wounded because, I have my own motivations. Life outside of my sire, too. Don't just whittle me down to that. It's insensitive. Why my sire can't come back? I know that she has gone on to do other things, and she can't return. What do you know about that?
I only know that she disappeared. All right. I know that you trust me the least out of everyone here, Cass, so I'm gonna be the one to say it. No one else has to. We want to replace the existing Camarilla administration in San Francisco with one that better aligns with the Kindred. The younger Kindred.
How could you? Cass says, doing his best job to act.
For a Toreador, that was the worst acting I've ever seen.
Does better than I did, hopefully.
Are you trying to act it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to act it.
Okay.
I legit trying to be like, how could you?
Okay. Let's just do a charisma performance for you.
Okay. I want to see what comes out of it. Is this a social role?
It is.
Oh, good.
Oh, Hero, you missed it. Last session, Lilith had to make a charisma roll, and she was like, "Is this a combat roll?"
I just so many dice in this one. I just want you to know this is every D10 that I own. Right now.
Yes.
So just as an FYI. 6 successes.
Six successes. Okay. Yeah, Scarlet's like, I know, it's a surprise, but fucking think about it. You know that you're not advancing. You know that fucking others are not gonna ever advance above the elders. That's how the Camarilla works. It's how it always works, but it doesn't have to. I'm not a fucking anarch. I believe that there should be order. I believe that things should be brought together. I believe that safety and vampire society, as people like to call it, needs to remain intact, and there should be a hierarchy of order. But this one doesn't have any of our best interest at mind. None of it. As far as I know, the Anarchs haven't encountered any fucking vampire hunters. Only Camarilla have. And that's the one thing that they're supposed to protect us from. And if they can't even do that, then they don't deserve to be ruling over us.
So what? You take charge?
Me, no.
No.
We have a possible candidate who could do it.
They can't show up themselves.
They're not here right now. In the Bay, I mean.
That seems difficult. Hard to rule a city when you're not here.
They're coming back from where they used to be. Las Vegas.
Lilith's gonna lean forward at that one with interest. Las Vegas.
That's right.
There's always interesting things coming from Las Vegas. Especially since the Anarchs won the war down there.
They did.
Interesting.
It has set a refugee crisis out of Las Vegas. Camarilla are leaving, and a lot of them are coming here. None of them are too pleased at how the San Francisco Camarilla have been running their organization.
Same old story. The elders treat the younger like garbage.
Indeed.
I think I know a thing or two about elders throwing away the younger members of their faction so that they themselves can survive. I think I know that one all too well.
Henry, you arrive.
Let's go. All right.
Nice.
I better hurry up. I don't know how long it's, I don't know if the meeting has started or not. Yeah, let's speed walk into this
That'll
joint.
be $180.
Oh, do I have, I don't know how much money I have. I didn't really, do I have that kind of money?
Probably not.
Oh, God. Oh, wow. $180. I'm gonna give them everything I got, all the money I have, and then just book it. Just gonna, if it's whatever I have, I'm throwing it in there and I'm running away.
Okay. You go
Can't
up
be late
to
for
the
this
door,
meeting.
and the bouncer goes, "Hey, who are you?"
Okay. Henry Draw. I have an appointment with James Castle. Maybe you've seen him. Angry, or Lilith. Do you know Lilith? Angry, Zeta?
Oh, Zeta, yes. First door in to the right.
Oh, thank you. Can I shake his hand just really quick? Just a little shake.
Sure.
Yes, okay. This is going smooth. Okay.
Hey, man, there's only $80 in here.
Just keep going. Oh,
Hey!
Keep going. I think
All right.
I think my hearing aid is all fucked up. Anyway. Oh, God, I have to get away from that taxi guy. All right, where's that door?
Yep, right to the right, as they said.
Okay. All right. Swinging that door open. I don't want to deal with that taxi driver.
Hold on.
Oh.
Let's just have you make a resolve and awareness check.
Oh, boy. Oh, okay. Awareness. Oh, yeah, that's... Yeah. Okay. And then do I add blood to this, or...
Yes.
Okie dokie. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 successes, but I also rolled a 1. Can't remember if that does anything.
Yeah, it takes a success away.
Alright, so I got 3 successes.
Okay. Once you open that door, you are assailed by the wonderful smell of humans, and goes, "Wait, why don't we have a bite real quick?" And your hunger goes up by 1.
That's fine. We can party later. Oh, cool.
All right. In through the door you go.
All right. Yep.
All right. As you're all having your meeting, Henry Draw busts through the door.
Henry Draw.
Yes. Cass, can I borrow some money?
I'd love to say yes, but I'd also love an explanation.
While they are talking, Zeto is just throwing out the feral weapons.
Sorry, what is that
And look-
doing?
They're activating their feral weapons.
Ah.
Just looking at Henry.
Okay, I can explain. Okay, short term, I didn't have enough money for the cab ride. So, Cass, just in case, I mean, I don't know if the cab driver is going to find me in here. Is the door open? Can I close the door?
You can close the door, yes.
I'm going to close the door.
Okay.
Okay. But why I'm here, Babs sent me on another errand. I don't want to get thrown in the bay. I've just been told to attend this meeting. But just in case that taxi guy gets in here, Cass, I'm gonna need like, oh shit, I can't remember, $80?
Lilith reaches in and she pulls out of her pocket a roll of 20s that are kind of really blood soaked and just hands them over to Henry.
Oh, Lilith, thank you. You are a sight for sore eyes.
Yeah, you might want to wipe them off first.
Oh, okay.
I am gonna look over to Scarlet with like a questioning look.
Scarlet is just staring down Henry in a mixture of hatred and fear.
Right.
Am I... So, I can just stand in the corner. I pretend I'm not here. I don't know what Babs wants me here for.
Insight check on
Yeah.
Henry.
Yeah, sure.
Lilith was going to say, well, I think the first thing you should do is pay the cab driver before he comes stomping into the pub and making a scene.
That's, if this is a sensitive meeting, that's a good idea.
As Henry is about to leave and give the money away, Cass, yeah, you can do wits and insight.
Not a lot of dice, but very curious. Blood successes don't matter unless they're like a critical, right?
Yeah, unless they're 10 or a 1.
Yeah. No successes.
All right. It just looks like Henry's having a rough night.
Okay.
This night sucks.
Yeah. Still weird that you just showed up after we just heard that, like, oh, if anybody shows up, they're working for the prince, and then
Yeah, I gotta run this money out. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right. So it looks like the cab driver was about to come in, and then you bump into him, Henry.
Oh, here. Sorry about that. Sorry, my hearing aid. I didn't. But then I remembered. But here, just take this.
He just counts it and goes, fucking always the first fucking customer of the night. And he storms off.
Took that like a champ, really. Alright. I sure hope they're not discussing anything important while I'm away.
What the
while
fuck's
Henry
going
is
on with
outside. I'm gonna directly talk to Scarlet. Is he with Babs? Or is he one of the people you warned us about?
I'm gonna fucking ask him the moment he comes through that fucking door again.
Cannot be good, right?
But-
I mean,
Do you know if he is with Babs? And on Babs' order here?
I didn't invite him to this fucking meeting. It was just supposed to be me, you, Lilith, and Cass. It actually wasn't even going to be with Lilith, but I didn't know where Cass was, and I needed help. And Lilith is already in on what we are doing, so I didn't think it would be a bad idea to have Lilith along anyways.
I would be very careful of what we say around him. If he wasn't invited to this meeting, or here by fortuitous chance like I am, then I think we should watch what we say around.
All right, Henry, you go back in.
All right. Thank you for that, Lilith. That was I think we just avoided a scene there.
always good.
So, how's everyone's night?
Hey, Tremere,
Hey,
take a fucking seat.
all right. Henry will sit down.
Tremere, this is Scarlet. Scarlet, this is Tremere. Henry, as we like to lovingly
All
call
right.
him.
Thank you, Cass. Hello, Scarlet.
Why are you late?
Because I wasn't expecting to have to go out tonight.
Who told you to go out?
Okay, I'm just gonna run you through my night. I hear arguing outside my door. I see Babs dressing down the Regent, and 5 minutes later, I'm being told, oh, you have to go to this club, you have to go to this meeting. I'm sick of going to meetings. I don't know what the meetings are ever about. I was just told to attend, so if you could please just let me sit in a corner, I would be thrilled. I'll plug my ears.
First, please empty your pockets.
I don't think that's necessary. I mean,
It is.
I think it is. Scarlet, what do you think?
I think that's a good fucking idea.
All right. What can I roll to be the most half-assed, or convincing, or really convincing emptying of my pockets without actually emptying them? What can I? Yeah, what can I do here? Oh no, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, what can I? Is there anything I can do to fake it?
Sure. Do you want to be convincing, or do you want to present an illusion or something like that?
Oh man, an illusion? I didn't know I could do illusionary.
I'm not saying illusion magic. I'm just saying, do you want to like fucking David Blaine this or something? Like, I'm trying to figure out what
Oh my
you're trying to do.
I had your cell phone.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be so cool. I don't even know what that would entail. So, wait, what are the options? David Blaine or
Something convincing?
God, those
Or something convincing.
one sounds way cooler than the other, but
Yeah, one sounds really cool, one sounds really effective.
I'll go with the convincing.
Okay.
I'll never know
That
what
is
David
going to
Blaine-
be Your choice of either charisma or manipulation
Okay.
and persuasion.
Can I?
Like,
And while he's
well,
doing,
it's like
while
do
Henry
counter
is
will.
doing that, can I do a sort of either a wits or awareness or something like that to keep a close eye on him?
The counter rolls will be coming.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah,
what,
we're all just watching it.
Yeah.
Nothing else going on.
You guys are gonna, your hair is gonna be blown back by the amount of crits I'm about to roll. Do I include blood in this, or?
Yes, very much. Your beast is
Okay.
nervous as fuck.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna need all the juice I can get here. So charisma's 3, persuasion's a whopping 1. Okay, I got 2 successes.
If
Or wait,
you
is
would
it,
like to re-roll any rolls, you can take superficial damage to your willpower.
Oh man, reroll any of them? You said
You can re-roll up to 3.
Ooh.
that are non-blood.
Okay.
Blood.
Yeah, you can't re-roll blood.
Oh, okay. So I can only reroll, or I would only want to reroll 2 of them since I got
Okay.
2 successes, right? Okay. Oof, owie. My self-esteem. Okay. No, I got 1 more success. I got 3 successes there. Yeah, okay.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah. Are you all convinced?
Are you gonna go with 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's...
I will then have. Who all wants to do a counter? Is that all of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Watching them.
Then that is going to be intelligence and insight.
Is this a social role?
Yes, it is.
I have 1 success.
So a success, but then a bestial success.
Okay.
I got no successes. I got 2 crit fails. I would like to drop a willpower point.
Okay. You want to re-roll up to 3 dice?
Okay. And I got 2 successes.
Okay. So, Henry, you managed to put on this. You managed to do this pretty persuasive argument. I'll let you go ahead and make that argument first. For Zeta and Lilith, both of you will seem. This seems persuasive. I'll come to Cass's reaction after.
I mean,
He has been at his meetings. I trust it.
yeah. I mean, what I was going for was like turning his pockets inside out, but like
yeah.
trying to palm the whatever the fuck Nintendo Switch from hell, like as he turns out his pockets and then stuffs it back in quickly to, pray that no one sees it.
So,
Pockets are empty, guys.
this happens. Cass, you've been in show business long enough to see a palm. To know one when you see one. You saw it happen right there in front of you. And what's also more important is your beast saw it too. You will raise in one hunger, and your beast, for a moment, you can feel just in your hands. Not taking over, but clenching your fists. Your beast whispers to you. Fuck. He is lying. He is lying. He's got something in his fucking hands. Shit. This is bad. This is bad. Someone's gonna have to pay for whatever lie is told here. Someone would also have to pay for whatever truth is told here.
So Cass is just gonna fucking straight up blink towards Henry, which it looks like it's as if I was teleporting to Henry. And I just want to get real close. I just want to be real close.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you don't have anything else in your pockets?
Yeah, are you okay? Like, I expect this from them, but...
James is gonna frisk him.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you want to do anything to stop that?
I mean, he's creeping me out. I'm gonna either shove him or back up.
Okay. If you want to do a shove, then you would do just strength and brawl. If you want to take a step back, it'll be it'll be resolve and athletics.
Oh, okay. I'll just... Well, spoiler alert here. I'm not the most athletic, but I will do my resolve, I guess.
And since you're being contested against, this is going to be for you, hero. It is going to be dexterity and brawl.
Okay.
And I assume blood is involved here.
Oh yes.
Oh god.
Very stressful situation.
No.
Dexterity and brawl. And this is non-combat, right?
No, not combat.
Yeah, right. So I'd like to use my fleetness for this roll as well.
Okay.
So I can add my celerity rating for my non-combat dexterity.
Yes.
Yes. Cool. Good. I'm very focused on what's going on here.
What's the order of like re-rolls and stuff? Like, do I have to decide right now if I re-roll, or do I get to see how well he does?
You must complete your roll first before
Okay.
Cass's results happen.
I'm gonna... Oh god. So I can take some more superficial stuff to re-roll some of this?
Yes, if you take another superficial, it will become aggravated. If you take another superficial on top of that, you perma lose that willpower.
Never mind. I'm sure Cass won't escalate this. I just have 2 successes. And I trust my buddies or not.
Six successes.
Well, with a bit of a step back, it's before Henry could even step back, you've already finished patting him down and find that device no problem.
Oh, see, Lilith was ready to jump up as soon as Henry stepped back to grab him. But
Unnecessary.
she'll just sit back and enjoy the show.
I'll break whatever you have in your pocket unless you want to share it with us.
You're putting me in a really bad spot here. Please don't do that.
Henry,
Yep.
you are
What's
already in a really bad spot.
I'm aware.
I would suggest that you comply.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. No one's saying anything to the contrary. Cass, I need that to not have, and I quote, a scratch on it. Otherwise, I'm a goner. So I need it back. We all know it's there now. And we can just move forward accordingly.
Want to explain to me what that is?
I don't even know. Again, I'm just supposed to be at this meeting. You would know more than me what's supposed to happen at the meeting.
Who gave it to you?
Oh, God. So, it was Babs. And then it was... Oh, God.
Can I make a wits?
Oh.
I'm just gonna grab the device and break it.
What? Whoa, hold on.
No.
Hold on. Lilith, what is it that you wanted to do?
I want to see if he's lying.
Oh, okay.
I didn't finish my sob story yet.
Technically, it was Babs. Technically.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
party
wits and insight to you, Lilith. I believe that this is mid-frisk that this device has been found, yes?
It was wits and what?
Wits and insight.
Oh, wits and insight.
So Cass has frisked it and said, I'll break whatever's in your pocket. So Zeta, if you want to go over there, it's going to be a very tight little corner, and Cass's hand is already on it.
I got 4 successes on that.
When Henry says it was Babs, and then you can fill in the blank for yourself, and then it wasn't, which is some obfuscation at the very least.
Lilith's just going to put up her... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. No, you go.
Lilith's just going to go... Henry. Half-truths? Really? Not being honest, are we?
I mean, I'm being as honest as I can be. I'm being honest about my life being threatened right now. So
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about who gave you the device that I asked.
Okay. If I say that, pretty sure... Well, it was Babs. You have to believe me on that part. I can't continue that sentence. I'm pretty sure that gets me killed. It's all out in the open. I'm probably still gonna die. I don't know.
I don't know why you would die. You just showed up to a meeting and you
Well,
don't know what the meeting's about.
That is when
Nor
I
do
want
to be honest.
Go and try and break the device.
Okay. Zeta...
I will try to block Zeta if I
Okay.
do see Zeta coming.
That'll be a competition between both of your strength and brawl.
I'm not built for this.
Gangrel
I'm
versus
built for
Toreador.
talking.
Let's go.
I'm built for talking about this. Is this a social role
This
or
is not a social role.
Damn it. Okay, what are the strength and
Strength
brawl?
and brawl. Yep.
I mean, I'll do it. I don't have any stats in brawl, so
I'd like to take a superficial report image.
why? Why do you? Why? Okay. No, you go ahead first.
I have 5 successes.
Okay, 1 success.
Okay, pretty good.
Yeah, I have 3. I rolled 3 die. 1 was my blood die, my hunger. So
If I hadn't rerolled, we would have died.
Within an instance, you feel, Cass, your hand close around the device and smash it. And it's only after do you see that it was Zeta's hand that was closing around yours, forcing it. It was almost like you were just a puppet in Zeta's way to do exactly what they wanted to do. Henry, pieces of this device trickle onto the floor next to you. Just the sound of metal hitting the ground underneath you.
And then I want to, like, kind of push Henry with one finger. Now talk.
Go to hell. You just fucked me. You just fucked me.
you realize what you've done?
Me or
No, not you.
you're the one that took the thing out of my pocket. You fucked me too.
So talk.
You fucking lied, and you didn't have to do that. Zeta.
He is having a device, was listening into our conversation, which would have fucked us all. Now he is fucked too. So he has no reason to lie anymore.
What looks more fucking guilty than that, I guess.
No, they're right. They're right. I mean, if I were in their position, I probably would have broke it too. I need a moment. I'm fucked.
Yeah. No, I think we all need a fucking moment.
Lilith is going to look over at Scarlet to see what Scarlet's reaction.
Scarlet is just thinking in thought right now, kind of pacing back and forth. And Scarlet says, Henry, as long as you are in Anarch territory, you're not fucked.
I mean, I just went into Anarch territory and got fucked like 2 minutes ago, so...
You're only fucked if you go back to the cam.
Oh, Okay, so... I don't want to endanger you guys. Obviously, I don't want to endanger myself. But I think it might be too late for that.
You are already in contact with Amir. You have Tremere friends in the Anarchs, do you not?
Yeah. I mean, friends is yeah, Amir. Oh, no. No.
Zeta?
Yes?
When we're done, why don't you have Henry explain the situation to the sheriff?
Okay. You can do that.
Lilith is going to stand up and walk over to Henry and growl, "Who gave you the fucking device? Who sent you here? And don't tell us it was fucking Babs."
Or what? I mean, I'm already dead, so...
Not if you stay in Anarch territory. But guess who has to go back to Camarilla territory? Scarlet, and myself. You fucked us, and you're worried about yourself?
Me too, by the way.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
you, Cass. I can, maybe I can smooth things over. Maybe I can smooth things over.
No. Any of us go back there because of what happened? I wouldn't give any of us a chance. And oh, by the way, the night that you were being celebrated, do you know what was going on in that back fucking room? The fucking sheriff of the Camarilla was trying to basically kill me. Do you think now, with this little fucking meeting and all of this, do you think that I can go right back to the fucking Camarilla?
I mean, you already got yeah, okay.
I don't know. Why don't you ask Cass if I can go back after this little stunt?
Yeah, I mean, after today, I mean, who's on the phone, Henry?
It was the fucking Nosferatu Primogen, okay? Daedalus. He was listening in.
Well,
we're all fucked.
Well, not necessarily.
How? Not necessarily.
Does anybody know Daedalus? How well do you know Daedalus?
I probably know Daedalus better than anyone else.
Care to share with the class?
Daedalus needs proof of what's going on. As far as I know, Henry didn't come back with any proof. I would say, Lilith, you are almost certainly able to come back to the Camarilla with me. And Cass, people might be more suspicious of you, but all they heard was your voice. They don't actually know what the meetings are. I know that much about Daedalus. I know that much about the Camarilla. They have no idea what the meetings are about. They just know that they're happening and that they don't know about them. Henry, if Daedalus said to you that if you go back and that device, as you said, and you quote, is scratched, if he really is going to send you to the second death off of a threat like that, it just means that he has more dirt on you than you know. How did he threaten you exactly?
I mean, I think he just said he was gonna send me to my second death. There was a laptop. He was thumbing through one of my books.
Which book?
It was about alchemy.
Wait, didn't we get a book about alchemy from the library? Was it a book?
Yeah, it was that book. I mean, I thought he would just visit me and tear my head off, so didn't know if it would why does he
Who went into the library?
Me,
Henry and I.
Greta? Yeah.
Then he at the
And
very
Lilith-
least
Lilith
knows
was
that you've
also.
been working with the Anarchs.
Oh. Well, I told him I was running errands, but he probably saw through that. And he especially probably has suspicions since we had our little shouting match and then the device was crushed there.
Is this about a library book? Are we not allowed to have library cards? What's going on?
I'll explain this to you in a moment, Cass.
Okay.
Please know, you will not be left out of the loop.
I appreciate that.
Henry, I would say that tonight you go with the sheriff, and the sheriff will offer you sanctuary with the Anarchs. I will return with Cass. They will not hurt Cass. They may come down on me. If I do not return, Lilith assume it's not safe for you to return either. And Henry assume that it is not safe for you to return either. Because I will die before I do what I had to do today. Ever again. Word of advice. Never give a boon to a fucking sewer rat.
Lilith. Lilith looks over at Scarlet and then looks over to Zeta and tells Zeta to send a message to the sheriff and asking him what he advises for her to do. Would he want her to go back into Cam territory, even if it means her suffering second death?
Lilith, I don't give a fuck about what Tenorio wants me to do. I know what I want to do, and I'm going back tonight.
You are one of the few left that I knew from before all of this shit. I care about you. But I want to know if my mission of spying on the cam is over, or if the sheriff wants me to continue. Because if he wants me to continue, and I will continue to do what I can, because I made a deal.
What?
I'll discuss it with Cass when we get over there. And now to you, James Castle. We have been attempting to acquire reconnaissance on the Camarilla. Part of that is to infiltrate their vast network of connections. One of the things that we wish to do in order to infiltrate is the mastery of a particular alchemy. There's only a couple people that have access to this kind of alchemy. A few fucking Duskborn and a book that we picked up at the library. That is why we were there. That is what we wanted. Our plan is still being formulated. But in order for us to make a more cohesive and good plan for what we want to do for our changes within the Camarilla, We need to know how many people are on board. And that is what I am asking you. If you would like to be on board.
Well, it's quite a situation we're in now. What does on board mean for me and my people?
Who are your people?
The people under my purview. I think you said the fucking Duskborn. Were those the words?
That's not up to me.
Who is the man behind the curtain? Use the Wizard of Oz reference.
When the individual that we believe can replace the prince arrives in the bay, you can ask him all the questions you wish.
Well, for now, it seems like there are a lot of questions and not a ton of answers.
Try me. What's stopping you?
I don't know who this mysterious person is, and I don't know what this new world looks like, and I don't know what swapping out one book for another seems to matter to me. Of course, I enjoy the idea of living as much as the next person, but I just don't know where all this is going.
Ultimate plan. All of the elders in the Camarilla are replaced. Their allegiances are given to Camarilla members that are more interested in free and fair democratic processes for the Camarilla going forward. That is something that is backed up not only by interested Camarilla like yourself, it is also supported by the Anarchs, and it is even supported by the Sabbat.
To me, that just sounds like it's an Anarch takeover.
No.
End of the day.
It is a return of the territories that belong to the Anarchs that were taken, and to the Sabbat that were taken as well. No more Cold War.
Just war.
Doesn't have to be war.
The reason there was war was because of the elders in the Camarilla. On the Sabbat elders were more than happy to take that war. And guess what? Anyone that was not an elder, or as we know them, cardinals, bishops, archbishops, anybody that wasn't one of them, they threw and just allowed us to die just so that they could try to maintain power. And when all of us were dead or close to being dead, they fled. You tasted my blood, Cass. I know you saw through my own eyes. I know you saw me having to watch my entire pack slaughtered. It's the elders. Now, when you say Cold War, are just one. No. There's a faction within the Sabbat there's a faction in the Sabbat that is more aligned to what the Anarchs believe, what the younger members of the Camarilla. That faction is the faction that I belong to in the Sabbat. There can be peace, but we have to get rid of elders.
There can be peace, but people have to die to get there. You talk about wiping out of your clan, but I mean, what about to the people that oppose you? Is that not wiping out of their clan, their friends? Is it more of the same, just a different name? Not against you. I know there are good people on both sides, and I don't think they deserve to get caught up in this.
When you say both sides, what elders in the Camarilla have you talked to that you feel have your best interest at heart?
What do we define as an elder?
The Primogen, the Prince, the Sheriff, those holding the authority and the positions of power.
Well, I know that I know that the Primogen of the Toreadors is looked out for me, and I'd go as far as to say he's been a friend to myself and a number of people in this room. And in fact, I would say his feelings may not even align with the current administration. Yeah, I would say, yeah.
Then we make note of that, and he will be spared.
And one of our Nosferatu friend, he's certainly pulled me out of a jam before.
How did that encounter end?
I don't think anything that he did caused those issues. I think he did things by the books, but he did take care of me at the end.
Did he take care of you, or does he now have something to use against you?
Maybe, but don't we all? I'm alive at the end of the day, and he covered up some shit that I got into, so I've got to thank him for that. So I don't know, but it's hard to vilify people who have taken care of you. Don't get me wrong, the people who have threatened to dangle me off the roof is kind of a different story, but
Let me ask you a question. If that device in Henry's had not been found, do you think that very same Primogen would step in for you the next time the prince had you up on the top of a building looking at the pretty lights? Or do you think he would be the one that would turn you in to the prince? Because remember, the prince has no problem using anyone and everyone.
I think he's like the rest of us. I think he's looking to survive. And, yeah, maybe he wouldn't step in for me. That's fair. But, I don't think he would outwardly seek to destroy me. Maybe. But I haven't seen it from him yet, anyways.
Yes,
So,
if you saw it from him, you'd probably be dead by now.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Scarlet, can we just wave a wand and say whoever Cass is friends with gets exempt from the purge? Cass, does that work for
If he agrees
you?
to join us, then yes, that is
There
how
you
it
go.
works.
Cass, your little friend group is exempt from the purge.
Unless that bitch of a Lasombra is in his friends group.
Cass,
want her
if you say she's in your friend group, I'm gonna throttle you. Just say no.
Wait,
I
what
wanna
are we
be-
talking about?
Exactly. He doesn't even know.
Oh, you've been there when. Quick! I just fucking
Consuela.
forgot her. Consuela. I just keep wanting to call her Carmen.
Yeah, I mean, friends. You're pushing it. I guess, and I'm not even asking that they be protected. I don't think we can be all fire and brimstone against everybody in the Camarilla, because then what good are you? I mean, what, how much better are you than them at the end of the day? So,
I've heard enough. Thanks for the meeting, Zeta. I don't recommend holding a meeting in this place again. Henry, enjoy your conversation with the sheriff.
Oh, thank you,
Lilith.
Scarlet, for not,
Yeah. Lilith, if you don't hear from me tomorrow, assume that you can't come back.
yeah, same for me
Cass,
too. Yeah.
Find some other way to fucking get home. I mean, you drove here, but I guess I'll find some other way to get home.
I think that's fair.
And Scarlet leaves.
With that, I'm going to text Honorio. Lilith and Mr. Draw could use your advice.
All right.
Yeah. Henry, it was sorry
Yes.
to
I'm a political prisoner now.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, I was a political target, if you will. So anyways, for what it's worth, sorry you're involved in all this.
Yeah, I'm sorry too. Zeta, quick thinking. You were probably the smartest person in the room, so well played.
I never want Camarilla to listen into what I talk.
That is smart.
Tenorio ducks his head through his 6'8" head just under the door frame a little bit. And walks in. He goes, Zeta, Lilith. Which one of you is Henry?
Henry's just gonna hold his like wrists out, like to just cuff me. Just
I'm thinking I will need more of an explanation.
Yeah, so Lilith, Mr. Castle, and Scarlet came together. Scarlet already instantly destroyed the listening device we had on her. From Nosferatu Primogen? Oh. Yeah. And then later, Henry came with another listening device, which we also destroyed. Now you could use some protection.
Protection from the Camarilla.
Yes.
Are they going to kill you, Henry?
That's long and short of it. It was
Why?
pretty clear. If the device had and I quote, a scratch on it, Daedalus was going to kill me, and then Henry's just going to point at the pile of broken electronics on the ground. I don't think I can go back.
Fair is fair. You deserve to know that all of your conversations that you are going to have with Amir were going to be recorded and listened to by us anyways. So at least you can have those conversations with us and know that that's happening.
Okay.
Secondly, you don't have to be an Anarch to be protected by us. But if you want our protection, you're going to have to do what we say.
I mean, that's nothing new at this point. Just give me the orders.
Orders. I'll give you options. You can either go and be with Amir, who has made it his hobby of taking in Camarilla ex Tremere, who wished a reformed life in the Anarchs. You could go with Zeta's sire, Mandy, who will show you hospitality. As much as she feels that Tremere and Camarilla are afforded. Or you could go with me.
I think it would be best if I continued my partnership with Amir.
Very well.
If that's okay.
I will take you to him.
Thank you.
You are quite welcome. And the sheriff goes over to James Castle and says, "Did you join them?"
Join who?
Lilith, Zeta, Scarlet out there.
Oh, I mean, Lilith's been a friend for a while, and Zeta's growing on me, so. You mean join the official Anarch fan club? Can't say I have yet.
Not asking if you are an Anarch, just if you wish for radical change within the Camarilla that will undoubtedly result in the permanent removal of its current hierarchy.
Henry is mouthing the word yes and shaking his head up and down at you.
Yeah, but it's yet to be seen whether or not the new replacement is the right fit.
I'm surprised.
Why's that?
I always thought young Toreadors had a bit more humanity. And with that, the sheriff leaves and just goes, "Come on, Henry."
All right. Cass, Lilith, Zeta.
Hope to see
Lilith,
you soon, Henry.
Lilith just goes, "Bye, Daddy."
You just hear a sigh as he continues. I think that is where we will end the session tonight.